Hey cyber world, how you going? Where are you watching from today? So I'd like to greet you. It's been a while. There's a reason why it's been a while. I'd like you to make a marker of this date. Hey Coach Bianca, how you doing, darling? The 7th of the 7th, 2017. Now I'm not going to go into disclosing the occurrences of what it is that actually entailed on this day. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm actually currently working on it. I hope that you're well, darling. Thank you for sharing, because sharing is caring. And thank you for following if it's Periscope, and thank you for subscribing if it's YouTube or anywhere else that you're watching from. So just want to re-underline that date, 7th of the 7th, 2017, so all of the sevens. So there has been an occurrence that sort of unfolded from that day that I'm dealing with, so let's call it the next level of adversity or challenge that one could go through, and this is the reason for my absence in terms of streaming and YouTube videoing. However, what I do want to say about it at this point is that I am dealing with it, and I'm moving with it, and it's very important to stay focused on whatever your intention is, and not what it is that's pulling you back. It's very important to do that, so you're aware of what it is, the challenge, what it is that's trying to pull you back. You want that in your awareness. But instead of being sucked into the drama of that event, what you need to focus on is where you want to take it, where you want to go towards, how to transcend that adversity. And the most important thing, of course, is to stay very strong in your mindset. So if the mindset is kind of letting you down, then you need to get to work on the mindset, because it is the mindset that's going to drive you forward to the next point of where it is you need to be in order to survive, in order to thrive, in order to heal, in order to change, so on and so forth. However, why am I telling you guys all this? Because the name of this show is actually about prophetic dreams and prophetic visions, and that's where this actually came in and really helped me quite a lot. So I need to backtrack just a little bit so you can understand me here. Now, before I got sick with the multiple sclerosis, I was a fitness instructor and a personal trainer, and that was kind of like it was the destiny course, let's say, at that point, yeah, before I got ill. Thanks for the hearts, my darling. I do appreciate all the hearts. Thank you very much. So that's where I was going, and of course all that got blown up in my face because of, you know, being so sick and whatnot. And I have obviously since then, you know, after, you know, recovering, have returned to like the gym because I love it as a client, you know, enjoying classes, enjoying like the combat sports, which is actually what I wanted to talk about, you see, because I really am a fan of the combat sports. So I kind of taught bits of it, yeah, when I was teaching back in the day, and I do actually engage in those kind of classes because I love it. But the other part of it is as well is that I have been following MMA for the past let's see now, around 12 years, yeah. So 12 years or so I have been following mixed martial arts because I enjoy the sport. I don't really watch sports on telly. And so people often say to me, like, what a contrast, you know, how can you be like involved in healing and metaphysics and, you know, all of this sort of spiritual, you know, stuff that you do, and yet you like to watch this blood sport? Some people are even horrified when I tell them that, right? But I think there's a, you know, there's a part of me that's got that kind of the warrior spirit, do you know what I mean? The fighter spirit, the survivor spirit, do you know what I mean? So I think it's probably tied into that, and I also do quite, you know, respect it as an art as well. I find it fascinating. No bloodlust. In fact, I hate blood, and when I'm watching like an MMA fight and it starts to get bloody, that's when I don't like it. That's when I kind of like get really squeamish. And I'll say to my fiance, I say to Chris, oh God, fuck, I hate it when it gets like this. I can't watch now, you know. But when they're sort of like exchanging all the moves on the floor and on the feet, you know, it's totally fascinating to me. And then when it gets bloody, I'm like, shit, I don't want to watch it now. So that's just to like clarify the fact that no, I'm not bloodthirsty. It's got nothing to do with that. However, this is where I'm going with it. Last night I had a very lucid dream. I had a very lucid dream, or a vision, I'm not sure, because it felt so real. And so this is what happened. In this dream, I'm at this event. It's like an outdoor swimming pool. It's in my town. It's in Limassol somewhere on the southern coast of Cyprus. And all of a sudden, you guys who perhaps watch MMA might know the name, maybe yes, maybe no. Conor McGregor shows up, right? So this guy is like the star of mixed martial arts. You know, apparently he's sort of like preparing for a really huge fight in August. However, he turns up like really smart in his suit. He is. He's brilliant at what he's done. Like, he's a cocky bastard, but he's brilliant at what he does, right? So he turns up in his crisp suit at this swimming pool outdoor event thing, and all of a sudden, it's not like, I'm not like a huge fan. I mean, I appreciate what he does and everything, but it's not like I sort of like, I'm nuts about this guy or something. But he turns up in this dream, in his crisp suit, this dream or vision or whatever it was, and he's got his arms out like this. I can do it with one arm, and he's like, you know, and he's like doing his cocky shit that he does, like really showing off and everything. And I just, no, I don't have a fantasy. So I just run right over to him, right, and I give him the biggest of, like, this heartfelt statement, you know. And I said to him, you know what? I said to him, I really do admire you. I think that, you know, you're brilliant at what you do. I said to him, and you're just amazing. That's what I said to him. And then he opens his arms and he gives me this really genuine, heartfelt hug. And when we hugged, it was like a heart-to-heart hug. When we hugged, I just felt this, how can I say, like this ignition of my fighting spirit, my warrior spirit. Do you know what I mean? It was like, it wasn't about Conor McGregor at all, right? This was about remembering my essence. Do you know what I mean? It was about remembering my essence, and it was about remembering what it is that I'm capable of, and it was about reigniting and activating my inner strength and not forgetting that, you know. So I kind of took from the you know, this remembrance of the strength of my spirit. That's what happened with the hug with this high profile guy who fights MMA, you know. And prophetically, like when I looked at it afterwards, it also gave me and showed me that worry not, you know, because everything is going to turn out just right, and you're going to be cool, and you know it, and you can do it. That's what this prophetic dream or this prophetic vision was actually really about. So I would say, in a nutshell, just to kind of like, you know, what's the moral of the story kind of thing to go with that is, you know, when the going gets tough, you really need to like dig deep and remember who you are and what it is that you are capable of and what it is that you can do. And you know, if you haven't got a fighter spirit or a warrior spirit or whatever, if that is lacking, you can always cultivate it, you know. That's one part of it. The other part of it, of course, is do take note of your visions and your dreams, you know, because they can offer very, very powerful messages, and sometimes we tend to overlook those messages. And the reason why I wanted to make this video about it, standalone doesn't help. Can you just sort of like illustrate a little bit what you mean by that? So yeah, you need to take from that and cultivate that. And if you don't understand what your visions or your dreams are about, then I strongly encourage you to do some work to learn how to decode it, because it really can be just that, you know, it might be a silly little dream to you guys, but that dream gave me a lot of power, and it gave me like a lot of drive to be able to go on. You know, it's the difference. Oh, right, okay, writing, looking, remembering who you are, etc. Definitely, yeah. So it's a good idea to make a diary of it, and if you're not sure how to do it yourself, then get with somebody who can help you to decode your visions and your dreams, because in some cases it can make the difference between life and death. It can make the difference between, you know, depression and a sense of wellness, you know, so it's really, really important. So that's the message that I wanted to share with you. And when this adversity has been seen through, then I will go into sharing what it is that I actually did, what it actually was, and how I'm dealing with it. So I'm sort of like currently keeping a diary, and I'm in observer mode of what it is that's going on. And I'll be sharing back with you on that real soon. Okay, so once again, thank you for following, thank you for sharing. Don't forget to follow if you're on Periscope. Thanks again for the hearts, Bianca, thank you very much, my darling, I appreciate that, and everyone else is putting those up on the live stream. And if you're replaying, thank you for being here, whether it's Periscope or over on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel over there. Thanks ever so much. May primary source and the force of truth always be with you. And until next time, take care and stay strong. And don't forget, always look into the prophecy, the feeling, decode those dreams and decode those visions. It can make the difference between life and death. Take care for now. Lots of love. Ciao. You too. Thanks very much.